Yo, let's go. I'm so excited right now. Bro, Kris Tyson is cooked. Pack it up, big man. It's over. I don't like this guy, to be honest with you. He's sensitive, a little bit of a crybaby, cocky, arrogant, and I'm not a child, so I don't really know what he does. I know he's a part of the MrBeast hype man squad. He just stands there and gets money just because he knows MrBeast. I don't think he does any work. But you know what's very ironic? Having a kid and making videos for kids when you like kids. Now, I'm not really going to talk about his kid. I'm not going to talk about his fatherhood status. I know a lot of people like to say, oh, well, he's not a father because he's transgender. I'm also not going to be talking about him being transgender. I'm not really going to do that because as long as the guy has money, as long as he's taking care of his kids, I'm not going to criticize him being a father when I don't know nothing about him. Now, if he went full out, dressed his boy son in princess clothes, now that's something to complain about, because that's weird. What I am here to talk about is this guy's actions, because this guy has been getting flamed, grilled, fried on Twitter for his recent actions, which they're not recent at all. A lot of old tweets surfaced. Basically, Loli, if you don't know, is kid stuff. He likes kids, basically. Pictures of, yeah, I'm not gonna explain it. There's some deep shit. Publicly, he's claimed 2 times in a row that he's into that. First, it was, I like cranking it to Loli. That's absolutely disgusting. I think that's the last time I'm gonna say that, but there you go. Next one up is, damn, that bitch looks good for a 4-year-old. And also there's some like tame ones. We got some classics like when you gotta shoot hoops at 3 o'clock, then black kids at 4:30. Bro, I'm sorry. Dude, it's so edgy, it's so cringe. And then another classic, we got, look at all these black people who never had a steak that's more than $10. I mean, to be fair, he's responding to another guy who's being racial, so I don't know. I think that's fair game. I'm just gonna keep it on track. We're just gonna be talking about the meat and potatoes. That's like the drink compared to the actual horrible shit he said. And I'm not really the one to hate on a guy because of tweets he made 10 years ago, but when they involve pedophilia in kids, that's not, you can't just pass that up and say, oh, well, that was 10 years ago, I'm changed. No, man. This guy was 20 something years old talking about he thinks 4-year-old girls are cute, talking about he likes to crank it to Loli, and that's basically what this whole drama stemmed from. I've known about these tweets for a while. That's kind of the reason why I don't like the guy, because people praise him so much and defend him so much when he doesn't deserve any respect at all. I'm not gonna bow down to a pedophile. The situation started with people finding his old tweets. I don't know how this is just coming up when these tweets have been out for years. I'm gonna blur it so heavily you're not gonna see anything. It's blurred for me too, but just to be safe. So basically, he owns a portrait of Loli that this other guy named Shad Base drew. Dude, this guy was super edgy. Like, not even like the cool edgy. I own some extra fidget spinners to throw in some extra autism. This guy is like 25 years old in this tweet. This guy is super cringe. He's always been super cringe. He owns actual Loli. Like, he hung Loli up on his wall. Probably not on his wall, but he's into that stuff. You know what I mean? Along with the tweet of him saying he's cranking it to Loli. Now this new tweet coming out of him saying, yes, it's confirmed he owns Loli. I think it's fair to say that the guy has an obsession with little girls. I don't think that's too far off. I think any normal guy who would have a love for Loli, you would call him a creep. You would call him any word in the book. The artist who drew the Loli that Kris Tyson has, people say he bases it off real pictures. It's modeled after real CP, which just adds to the fact that this is all disgusting. I'm not all for giving passes to celebrities just because they did good things. And this is MrBeast's guy. Like, I want to talk a little bit about MrBeast. This video isn't really about him. I don't want to make this a long segment. MrBeast has a history of picking and choosing what things to cover up. The only thing MrBeast says about Kris Tyson when people criticize Kris Tyson is basically, hey guys, you guys suck. My friend Kris Tyson, he's so cool. Instead of responding to the criticisms. Yeah, MrBeast, he's just a corporate shill. He does anything to get his child fan base to like him. A couple months ago, his friend George Not Found was in a false sexual assault allegation situation. where he was falsely accused. Mr. Beast immediately cut him from promotion. There was a picture going around of George Not Found being in a Mr. Beast bar promotional picture, and immediately after, them all coming around to retake the picture without George Not Found. That is some fake ass shit. And for Mr. Beast to say, hey, Kris Tyson didn't do anything wrong, he's a wonderful person, you guys are bigots. Mr. Beast, you're an asshole. Honestly, he's not talking about Kris Tyson being a pedophile. I didn't see anybody from Mr. Beast's team talk about Kris Tyson liking Loli recently. There's people who say, oh, Kris Tyson is bad because he's transgender, he has a child, he left his child. I think those people should just be ignored. The same people who are saying, oh, hey, dude, you actually like Loli, this is disgusting, are you gonna respond to this? And all they have to respond with, oh, well, you're a bigot. You said I'm bad because I'm transgender. This is all coming because I'm transgender. It's an easy deflection, easy way to respond to something that you don't want to respond to. Calling all your haters bigots and literally suing people for making a joke about you. Kris Tyson has a history of not liking when people call him out. He literally will do anything to bring drama upon somebody else. So a year or two ago, this Twitter user said the old Kris would make fun of the new Kris, and Kris Tyson literally sued him over it. Hey, I just saw this tweet today and I want to let you know that my lawyers will be in contact with you. He's a crybaby.